This is not just any cobblestone farm. This is the cobblestone farm you'll want in every Minecraft Bedrock world. It uses almost no redstone, just a few repeaters and a single dispenser. No obsidians. The entire system runs off copper bulbs, so because it uses less redstone, it works without any lag or issues, especially on mobile devices. You can generate up to 150,000 cobblestone per hour. It's stupidly fast, crazy simple, and only takes a few minutes to build from start to finish. If you play Minecraft Bedrock and you need cobblestone, this is the #1 farm you should be using.
Here are the items we need for building.
If you are not completely sure what you are doing, do not change the block types. I will give you a few recommendations, like cobblestone, dirt, wood planks, but you can't use them because we are using lava. So prevent any solid blocks that are wood, netherrack, deep slates, smooth stone, and stone bricks. But remember, this farm relies heavily on redstone cuts. If you use the wrong block in the wrong spot and it carries a signal where it should not, the whole system can break and you can get the worst possible outcome. So please follow me step by step. For glass blocks, any color is fine, but you are not allowed to replace them with other block types. You must use glass blocks. You can always search the block you want to use on the internet and check if it is a solid block and if it can transfer redstone or not. This farm does not need to fit inside a chunk. You only need a clear area of 15 by 15 blocks and a height of about 40 blocks. It is not very tall, but it can damage nearby blocks. But if it is next to the chamber, it's fine. This design only works while you are next to the farm or while the chunks are loaded. Start building by placing 5 temporary blocks upward. Then add 1 chest on top. Then stack 5 chests underneath the first one. And start adding 1 hopper behind each chest on every layer. Once that is done, go up and place a fence gate above the top hopper. Make sure to leave 1 block of the distance to the hopper itself and leave the fence gate open. Now, use the edge of that block you used to add the fence gate to place 7 glass blocks outward in every direction. Connect the corners of the last block on each side, forming a square frame around them. Fill the entire platform with glass blocks, and for the last part, add a border all around the platform by moving 1 block higher and right next to the platform. Now choose one side you like and start placing temporary buttons or levers to know where you're actually putting the water, and leave 3 blocks between each side. When you place temporary blocks for all 4 sides, start adding water on all 4 sides and then you can remove them. Or if it is a frozen biome, actually they can prevent water source to be frozen, so you can leave them to prevent that problem as well. Then, on top of the fence gate in the middle, place 12 temporary blocks and go up. Add another fence gate above it. After that, place 9 temporary blocks above the new fence gate and build a ring of glass blocks around it. Once the glass is in place, remove all the temporary blocks. Add 2 glass blocks in the middle of each side, then connect the corners from that opening so the center stays empty. Expand the center by 1 more layer. At this point, you should be able to place 3 temporary blocks directly above the fence gate in the center. Now, place 3 temporary blocks on each side, starting from the middle and facing outward, and add another full ring of blocks. This ring is temporary, so if you want to use a different block type, you can. Go underneath the structure and place 5 pistons on each side, all facing downward. After the pistons, manually place 2 layers of cobblestone, which will be 10 cobblestone blocks per side. Move outside the structure and face the center. From the first layer of cobblestone, build a platform that is 2 blocks wide right next to the cobblestone blocks using glass blocks on all 4 sides. Finally, Add 5 copper bulbs in each corner and close the edges of each platform using 2 glass blocks. Now you can remove the temporary ring we used to place the pistons. Go inside the structure and fill the 4 corners with temporary blocks like this. Add 1 temporary block in the center and place a honey block on top of it. Next to the honey block, place another temporary block, then add 3 glass blocks. Remove the temporary blocks once you have placed 3 glass blocks. Close the center using a temporary block. Now go upward. Right in the middle between the glass blocks and the honey block, place water. Once the water spreads and fills the entire inside area, you can remove every temporary block you used to fill the 4 sides. Now, add 2 glass blocks right behind the honey block. After that, place a dispenser facing backwards, meaning facing back to the middle of the farm, and place a closed trapdoor directly in front of the dispenser. Add a border all around this section. Then place water on the trapdoor right next to the dispenser. Finally, add a roof right above the entire setup. Now we are very close to finishing. The last part is the circuit. Right next to the dispenser, on its right side, place 1 solid block. From that block, go to the first glass block on the border and place 4 glass blocks facing outward. Right after that, build a 3x3 platform in this spot, exactly like this. Now, start by placing 1 comparator in this spot, and make sure to click it once to enable subtract mode. Right behind the comparator, place 1 solid block and another one right here. Next, right here, right next to the blocks we just added, add 2 repeaters set to 4 ticks each. On the opposite side, place 1 more repeater and set it to 3 ticks. Finally, connect the entire circuit using 3 redstone dust. Then add 1 repeater in the middle of those blocks as well, facing this direction. Add 4 redstone dust right here. Move to this corner and place 4 glass blocks. On the first line, place 1 comparator set to subtract mode, and then place 1 repeater facing into the comparator from left side in the first row. Connect these 2 by placing 1 solid block and 1 glass block. This is exactly why you should not change block types. If you replace the solid block with glass here, the circuit will fail. Now look at this repeater. Add 2 solid blocks right here, and from those blocks extend a redstone line that connects to both rows of pistons on the right and left sides. Make sure each piston row is fully connected, and also it should be connected to the front side of the comparator from this corner as well. Finally, we have to finish the opposite part and give a signal to the opposite side as well, but it won't work. You should know that redstone has a specific range of power. So here is what we need to do. First, place 1 solid block here to connect to the row of pistons. Then place 2 more solid blocks right next to the corner. In that corner, place 1 repeater. This repeater will extend the signal strength so it can power the next 2 rows of pistons for us. Now add redstone dust along the line, all the way to the opposite side, making sure both rows of pistons are fully connected. Now look at this corner. This corner and the opposite corner on the other side both need to be connected to the copper bulbs. We will connect them from the edge, and we will do it from 2 sides to reduce the cost. To do that, place a repeater right next to the solid block you used to connect the piston corners. From that block, add 1 repeater that we can send a signal to this part of the farm as well. Now link both corners together using glass blocks like so. The corners on both sides are linked through the glass. After that, place redstone dust on top of those glass blocks all the way to the copper bulb, so the signal reaches it cleanly. Repeat the same setup on the opposite side. It's literally the same. You should add 1 repeater and connect the corners and wire up everything once again. Now most of the build is finished. Add 2 redstone dusts right here to complete the circuit. For the final step, stand directly above the center gap where the TNT will drop. Place 1 glass block in the middle. Then add 3 more glass blocks facing outward on all 4 sides. Place another glass block in the center on top, and then build an L-shaped border on every side. This border is what will hold the lava. Put 1 lava bucket on the center block. Why only 1? Because even though it costs a single bucket, this setup gives you 5 full rows of stone on all 4 sides. That is the reason we use this containment method. If we followed the normal approach, we would need 20 lava buckets to generate the same amount of stone. This shaping method was first used on Java farms, It forces the lava to create maximum stone per update, and now it works beautifully on Bedrock too. Now for the on and off switch, which is the final step. From this block, place 4 blocks facing outward and start moving downward. Stand directly underneath the last block near the surface, leave 1 gap, and begin placing blocks downward with 1 block of distance between each one. Make sure you begin this while leaving 1 full gap from the ground surface. Place a lever at the bottom. Then add redstone torches in each gap between the blocks you placed. Go back up, add redstone dust along the line, and remove this block so you can place it 1 block lower. If you do not lower it, the line will connect to the main circuit and the farm will not turn off. And with that, your switch is complete. Now all you need to do is fill the dispenser with TNT and enjoy using your farm. This farm has only one important part you should always keep in your mind. Always turn off your farm when you want to leave or close the world, no matter if it's multiplayer or single player. And also, you should stay next to the farm while it's running. If you have any questions or requests, feel free to comment below. If you need any help, no matter who designed the farm, or if you just have a technical question, join our Discord server and we will be happy to help. If you enjoyed the video and this video helped you, consider hitting that subscribe and like button. Leaving a comment would be appreciated as well. No pressure, of course.